Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be building a Pentium 4 Windows XP era computer. So I'm going to be using this motherboard in here inside this computer. So it's an Intel desktop board D865PERL. So this one is a black board, so it's a black PCB and stuff. Online, there's similar boards or almost the exact same ones that are green, so I'm not sure if this is some special kind. I think this is just how it's supposed to be. Maybe those other ones online were a slightly different version, but you're going to be replacing the board in this one, and the hard drive I'm going to be replacing it with a Seagate Barracuda 7200.7. So, get a look at that. Not sure about the condition about this hard drive. I've used it before, and I didn't get the best results, so I'm gonna have to see. This motherboard also came with this ATI graphics card here. ATI All-in Wonder X800, I think that's the name. So just based on the look, I don't know, it could be a good graphics card for gaming, I'm not sure. Don't know too much about graphics cards in general. I'll be repasting the board with some Arctic MX4 thermal paste. Yes, I finally got more thermal paste here. I'm gonna need some screws, obviously. So I've got a bag full of screws, some other stuff. I'm going to be putting this USB PCI thing cover in there, because why not? I just had a bunch of random parts laying around. That's basically it. So I think first of all, I'm going to be repasting the board, because it overheats just by booting into like a basic CD. Just gets really hot, so I'm gonna do that first. Now, here's the thermal paste. I'm going to get some isopropyl alcohol and a tissue to clean off the old thermal paste, so I'll be right back. So I've got my isopropyl alcohol here. Let's just take off this cooler, this terribly designed latch here. I don't know why Intel even thought this design was good. As you can see, I broke it the first time taking it off, because that's just how hard it was. You have to like mangle it and shift it around and stuff. It's just not easy. So here it is. Now I'm going to just spray a little bit. And I know this motherboard is working, so it better not just stop working when I put it together. And also the dust might not be helping either. So I'll be back once I get this cleaned off. So gotten the the paste cleaned off mostly. There's still a little bit there, and there's still a little bit on the sides here, but the main part of it is cleaned off. So I think it's about time that I install some new thermal paste, or put on some new thermal paste. So I'm gonna put the right amount on. It just came out of the sides. It's not normal. That's not normal. But I'll just like scrape it off. So it looks like the casing cracked during shipping. So that's not good. But I think I've gotten enough thermal paste on there for now. So hopefully this thermal paste up here will dry out and then make it so that it won't leak out anymore. Otherwise I'm gonna have to tape it closed or something. But this should be good enough. Blowing out the dust. So I think I'll put the cooler on like this. So I hope it doesn't go over the edge too much. Right. So let's get this cooler on there. That old thermal paste was very solid. It took me about 2 minutes to get it off, the old paste off. So that is definitely in need of to be changed. So now let's get the cooler on there and tighten it. So once it's tightened, it usually stays put, so I don't have to worry about that. So it's repasted, hopefully it'll stay cooler. Now it's time to get the older motherboard out of the computer here. So I've also got a new clock battery from Duracell here to put into the motherboard. So first of all, I want to get this hard drive out. This computer doesn't need a 1 terabyte hard drive, SATA hard drive too. It needs IDE dying hard drive. So just cables out of there. Here we go. So 1 terabyte. I can use that in my other more modern systems. Disconnect the IDE cable. Disconnect the power. Yeah, this motherboard also has some floating capacitors, so that's not good. Disconnect the fan, disconnect everything. This power supply is I'm not sure if it's new old stock, but it's in good condition. It came with its original box and everything. I got it from the trash station, well, transfer station, a dump. So can just remove all these screws and put in the new motherboard, which I think is a little bit taller than this one, or a lot taller. So screw up here. Oh, you guys couldn't see it. Alright. There's one screw up here. I'll get that later. Now it should just come out. And I should be able to get the screw. So there's the old Intel motherboard. Now it's time to put the new Intel motherboard. The Pentium 4 processor. Forgot to tell you guys the type of Pentium 4 it has. Now, this PCI cover, or not PCI, this cover here is not compatible, so I'll just rig up my own later. Okay, so is this thing. So I think what I'm going to do is just leave it as it is. It's gonna be fine. I mean, I'll do something about it later. So let's just screw in this motherboard. It's dusty. This motherboard was definitely used a lot. Maybe for gaming, who knows. So, looks like I have a connector for the two existing fans. You just connect those up. That's very good. You can get some great airflow in here. Did I lose the other screw? Let's see. Okay, I didn't. It's right here. So I think I've lost a screw. And I'm trying to retrieve it. It fell into the back somewhere over here. So I'm gonna have to take the other side panel off to see if I can retrieve it. So it should be back here. I think I see it. There it is. All right. Go. Okay, so, right, let's get it in there. And the power supply is a 20-pin power supply. No, it's not. Just attach this cable. Oh yeah, right, it has SATA on it. Okay, never mind. I'll try to get a 20-pin power supply at some point, but for now, I'll just have to do with this cheap 20-pin one with connectors I probably won't use. And this computer case has a PC speaker on it, which is nice. So I think I'll use that. Okay. So that is for the front USB. I'll deal with that later. Now, hard drive. Let's get the hard drive in there. So, looks like there were 2 hard drives in here at some point. And they put it right in front of the fan. Not sure how smart that was. What decision that was. Anyways, I'll just put it where the hard drive used to be. So, now I'll just screw it in. Don't fall into the... Okay. Alright. Now IDE cable can go in there. Got another IDE cable. So it's in there the correct way. Now, I don't really care about cable management. As long as everything's plugged in and it works, I don't care. That should be good enough right there. You can get the graphics card in there now. This takes Molex power, and now I can plug this Molex connector into the hard drive. So I need a screw to hold the graphics card in, and thankfully I do. I have a bunch of screws, so this one should do. Tell me if I should put some more cards in here, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I have 5 PCI slots, just open PCI slots, so that's good. Okay, so USB is right there. And I'm going to fill in one of the slots with this USB thing. Now I just gotta find where I can plug it in. USB. So I think that should work. Now we go right there. I think that's good. Can screw that in with one of my screws, spare screws. All right, that's in there. Can bend that back. So this motherboard is does have SATA on it, so it's a very early SATA board. I think it's about time to get that battery in there. So cut the packaging open. I'm not going to do it over the computer though. Why does Duracell make it so hard? It's really not a great design, but I guess it works. So let's just use the scissors to get it out of there. There we go. So I think this battery, old battery, is dead. So new battery in. that's basically the whole assembly, I guess. I wish I could put a floppy drive in here, but unfortunately, I don't have a black floppy drive to match with the case. And now, I need to find out how to plug the front LEDs in. So, luckily, I've got a diagram here. So, power switch. Oh, it's upside down. Okay, so power switch. Let's find the power switch. See, that's not a safe place to put my phone. So, power switch. Power switch. Power switch should go there. And reset switch should go right above it. So I think they said power LED goes right there. It's a weird spot to put the power LED. And reset switch goes right above the power LED. And lastly, HDD LED goes next to the there we go. And finally, power LED. It's hard. I swear if I plug these all in backwards, then I would literally just put them back correctly. I don't know what to say after that. Okay. Let's throw the battery packaging away. Oh yeah, PC speaker. Is there a spot for the PC speaker? Okay, let me go back here. Okay, I don't think there's a spot for the PC speaker. I wanted to use the PC speaker. Let's see. I don't think there's a spot for the PC speaker because there's already a PC speaker built on to the motherboard. So, yeah. No switch, no spot for the PC speaker. I'll just leave that loose in there. All that dust, you know. Oh wait, this motherboard also has some bloating capacitors. Okay, so I think that's it. So, the computer is assembled. Let's give it a quick test. So, let me just unplug everything here. And tomorrow, I am going to install Windows XP Home Edition on a Dell OEM. And I'm going to activate it, of course, over the phone, off camera. So, first of all, getting rid of the stuff from underneath the computer. Don't know why that was there. I hope this computer works, because if it doesn't, then I will be not happy. Alright, computer is plugged in. Let's see if it works. Here we go. So, alright. So I think I've plugged in the power LED the wrong way, because if I look at it on my phone, power LED is, alright. Alright, power button is in there correctly. I just have to plug in the power LED the other way. So I know you guys can't see it, but so power LED is not working for some reason. So yeah. Power LED is not working. I have confirmed that. So, computer works. That's good. Not sure if I got the LEDs plugged in correctly, but reset switch and power button do work. So that's one good thing. Hard drive is detected. That's good. And I think that will be it for the assembly. And it's going to be time. And then tomorrow I'll install Windows XP. So let's finish assembling the computer by putting the side panel on. Alright, now I've got to find a way to cover up this sticker for the old motherboard, and I think I've got the right solution. There we go. I hope it doesn't catch fire, but it'll be fine. Okay. Thumb screws going next, and I'll figure out the I/O shield later. So, back is looking good, except this. Maybe that'll help with airflow, who knows. Board is nice and secure. Looks pretty good. I want to fill in this PCI slot here. Leave a comment below what card you want me to put in here. Sound card or some other card. Don't recommend a modem. That's just a waste of space. But yeah, the next step would be to install Windows XP, and I'm going to do that tomorrow, so I'll cut to the next day once I'm going to install. Alright, so it's the next day. I've got my Dell Windows XP disk here, so I'm going to turn on the monitor, and then turn on the computer. So inserting the disk inside the DVD-ROM drive. Let's see if it'll boot to the CD. I hope the boot order is set to that. So, nope. So, gonna have... Reset it real quick. Let's boot into the BIOS real quick to change the boot order. Right, So boot. Now boot device priority. So I want that to be the DVD-ROM drive, then the floppy drive, and I think that's it. So I'm going to save. And it should be able to boot from the CD now. And I hear it spinning up. Press any key to boot from CD. Now it's going to boot from the CD. And I'll be back once it's done booting. Okay, so I've got this Windows Vista CD here, and I'm going to turn it back on and put the CD, I meant DVD, inside. So, I hope it'll boot now. There we go. And it's like it's booting from it. There we go. And once it's done loading, I'll try and erase the hard drive, and if that doesn't work, then I'll have to put in a new hard drive. So okay, so I've left it here for a while, and it's just stuck on the screen. So I think there's something wrong with this hard drive. It was already failing before, so it's not surprising that it's causing issues. But fortunately, I have a spare hard drive from one of my Dell Dimensions. It's this Western Digital Caviar WD80 800. It's an 80 gigabyte drive here, and it is failing. It is clicking, but it works. I can actually install operating systems to it, so I'm going to use this hard drive to install the operating system, and then create an image of this hard drive and image it to the hard drive that's currently inside this computer. So I think that's the route I'm going to take. So I just got to unscrew the brackets here. It's quite a chunky hard drive, but should work. Let's turn off this computer. So let's move everything away and let's install the hard drive. Let's get the computer up onto the desk. So let's just take off these thumb screws. Okay, so there it is. And the hard drive is right there. So I can just unplug it and unscrew it. So there's the old Seagate 160 gigabyte hard drive. I'm gonna put in this new working hard drive, or somewhat working. And screw it in. Right, and now power for the hard drive, and now inside. So there we go. Screw in the thumb screws. All right. Let's get this computer hooked up so that we can install Windows XP. Right, computer's on. So I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it is clicking. That's fine. And F4 to resume. So looks like that new CMOS battery is working. I hope it can boot to it, 'cause otherwise I wouldn't know what to do. Looks like it's just doing the same thing. So I'm gonna do a little bit of troubleshooting off camera because it's complicated. I don't want to unhook it and put it up on the desk again. Okay, so it's like I'll be back once I figure out the issue, hopefully. Okay, so I think I found out the issue, and it was just a dirty CD-ROM. I've swapped some cables around inside the IDE cables, and I think I've got it to work, which is good. Okay, so we're at the setup. And I hope it'll work. No, it's just loading stuff. No activity from the CD drive yet, but let's just wait and see. Okay, so here it is. That's the partition, so I'm gonna delete. And let's do a fast format so we don't have to worry about that. And there we go, it's just formatting, and then it'll start copying files and stuff like that. So I'll be back once we're in the setup, the next stage of the setup. So we're in the second phase of the setup. Now I think we'll just wait until the OOBE setup, which is the when you set up Windows XP for the first time when you get, say, an OEM computer. So let's just skip to that part. Okay, so it's just finished the second phase of the installation. Now should boot up. Alright, so let's just get straight into it. This hard drive is practically unusable. It's so slow. Just keeps clicking. Alright, so let's put name. So I guess it's booting to the desktop. Yep. So we've got Windows XP installed. I think this is going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.